Welcome back to another divination session here on the Mountain Witch Tarot channel. I'm your host, Sarah. Before we get started on our reading today, please consider taking a moment to click the like button. And if you enjoy these types of videos and want to see more, hit the subscribe button and stick around. Check out my links in the description, connect with me on other platforms, and if you're in the mood for some spooky reading, grab a copy of my book or check out my Substack. Today we're laying a mini tableau for Pete Hegseth and taking a look at his future in politics. Be sure to watch until the end for the ultimate outcome. Now, let's get started. Alright, looking at Pete Hegseth's mini tableau, he did appear. He made an appearance pretty much in the center at the bottom, so very interesting that his placement is so low in the tableau. That means that all of this is kind of pressing down on him. Interestingly enough, the loyalists and the administration also appeared in his tableau. So what does Pete have at the four corners of his spread? He's got a karmic burden. He's got great fortune. He's got Russia and or shadow alliances. And he's got the Lily card. Now, in a Trump reading, we reassign the Lily to be Trump's duty to the country. So we'll go with something similar, plus the original meaning of the Lily for this spread as well. So starting off, what we have around Pete: the coffin, concern, sudden wealth, message of concern, and loyalists. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of Kipper cards coming in around him. I believe that we may see a hint right here at Pete Hegseth's exit from politics. I believe that has come into play. And we also see him right beside of the loyalist card, which I think is a pretty good indicator. Pete will remain a loyalist no matter the cost. No matter what happens, he will continue to be a Trump loyalist. With cross, stork, and clouds, that's a very interesting combination. It's almost as if Pete Hegseth is carrying this burden, probably of his job, through some difficult times. He's fiercely protective of it, despite the confusion, despite the stormy weather that he has come across. And he is, of course, part of the administration. And I think it's something that he really cares quite a bit about. I feel like it's something that is important to him, and he feels, very emotional about it. There's a lot of emotion attached here. Not to mention the fact that he, like so many others in the regime, are building great fortune. This fortune, I believe, comes from the official person, a male energy here, which is likely Trump. This person is, interestingly enough, right next to the tree card, which could be construed as health. I think in this context, I believe that this is a long-standing relationship with this person. So if this is indeed Donald Trump, I think that they have a very good partnership worked out where Trump is able to help enrich Pete Hegseth's life financially. And I think that it's a relationship that will continue on for quite some time. I think it's one that has built slowly and has probably, I would say that they've probably been friends for quite some time. So now we kind of start to see a little clue as to why is Pete Hegseth here and where is he headed. We've got the snake card. And the snake card is at the very center of Hegseth's spread, likely representative of him, his intentions, and so forth. This is a good indicator Hegseth isn't holding his position in good faith. This snake card is even right above his head, paired with a financial gain card, so that should tell you all you need to know. We have high honor below the administration because I think the administration, views Pete as one of their closest loyalists. They see him as someone that they can trust and someone that they'll definitely go to bat for, as opposed to Elon. they, were quick to kick him to the curb. But with Pete Hegseth, I think it's different. I don't know what it is about him, but they see him as someone who is very much a part of their den in a way, because, he's just like them. And I think that because of his loyalty to this administration, there will be a lot of times where we see praise for him and appreciation for him. So we have the whip touching unexpected income, and I think that this is probably an indicator that something possibly unethical is going on here to help him build his wealth. And I know that seems obvious to some, possibly, but here we have it right in the spread. So repeated actions, whatever it is that he's doing to build his wealth, it is unethical, and he is continuing to do it. And I think, obviously, it's something that a lot of the people in the administration are probably doing, because this comes up a lot in these readings. So I don't think that it's anything that he will face any backlash for, because he's not really getting too many negative cards in this general area here. Except he does have the birds and imprisonment. So now what does imprisonment mean here? That's kind of interesting. It ties into the Russia card. So with cards like great fortune, unexpected income, imprisonment, and then Russia all together in one line kind of gives off the vibe that possibly whatever he's doing to make money, it's something that is not even just unethical, but it's something completely illegal, something that he knows there's a lot of risk involved in it. And there's even, if you look at the birds card, birds touching imprisonment, there is a stir of emotions here that maybe he's kind of staying a little bit on edge because of what he's doing, but he has the support, of a lot of the other loyalists and the administration around him. And again, with the whip card at the center of this, kind of gives the feeling that they are also doing it. And so if they're doing it and getting away with it, then he probably feels strength in numbers, empowerment, feelings like that could easily coerce him to just keep going, keep doing what he's doing. Now we have another card here, the main female, and I actually kind of hate when these types of cards pop up in this type of reading because we don't really have a way of knowing exactly who this main female is. She's probably a loyalist, so probably someone in the circle, but she is a little ways away from the administration, so it's likely that she's not directly in Trump's cabinet. She could just be someone kind of in the outer orbit. I don't know if Pete Hegseth's married. I don't know if he has a girlfriend. I have no idea. I don't know if that card would be in reference to a spouse. Or maybe someone we just don't know right off. What's even more so interesting, though, is his fate line, because his fate line doesn't have anything to do directly with all of this financial reference and, his loyalist, agenda and his work in the administration. Like, everything is so focused on finances and building wealth and keeping things secret and keeping things kind of locked away. This takes a completely different turn down here because we have privileged lady, courtship, and heart. So it almost makes you wonder if his fate line is kind of alluding to the fact that while he's got all of this going on, maybe he has some type of relationship situation happening. And maybe that has something to do with the main female card. So it could be that there is some type of, romance brewing in the background of all of this. I would wager a guess that there's probably a lot of debauchery at this point in the White House. That would be my guess. I mean, these people have the morals of an alley cat. You remember that? So... really interesting fate line. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. with the heart card attached to the loyalist card, I think maybe there is a sense here, if you follow this row, you kind of see like a little bit of a theme with the privileged lady. If this represents a woman in his life, she has the coffin hanging right above her head. So that's not a good sign for her. And it could be, dare I say, there may be a split. Like if he is married, we may soon see a split. And a new relationship. But I think, the fate line here is most likely what's on his mind the most these days. That's how it tends to go. So as far as an answer to his political future, I think he's here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean? He's here to build wealth. He's here to repeatedly do anything that provides him with high honor and unexpected income and great fortune and maybe debauchery, possibly, because we do have the whip right underneath it. So there, could be some nastiness going on within the administration. But I don't think that he is here as someone who's here in good faith. He's not in good faith in this position. He is just kind of here. So I don't know. I don't know what his future in politics will be. Most likely, considering his proximity to like the loyalist card and, his fate line being something completely off the wall, unrelated to politics, kind of looks like he's just going to be a one and done kind of dude when it comes to his political career, if you can really even call it that. I think he's just getting while the getting's good, When Trump's gone, he'll be gone. We'll probably never hear from him again because he'll have made his great fortune and he'll go on about his way. So that is my prediction for Pete Hegseth. Let me know if you guys like this video. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you like these types of political divination videos, feel free to stick around, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.